Some years ago, my daughter and I had built this tiny house out here in the woods behind our home and our property. And I think I'm going to use it this evening to conduct a little experiment on creating a heater that I'll probably be using in my ice fishing shelter this winter. But we've been using it as storage for our mountain bikes. So first step might be actually clearing out a few of these bicycles and setting up a good spot for the heater. Oh, okay. We have got we've got a mattress, and we've got some hammocks, some hammock chairs. Maybe I'll take down a hammock and a hammock chair. Only thing is in here is this building is about 8 foot wide by 12 feet long from the door I'm standing into that other door, and it is not insulated. So it could be a chilly night. We'll see. Okay, so we've cleaned the place up a little bit, made some rooms with the bikes. Got a sleeping bag down for the night, realizing I've got some air gaps. Like I said, this place is not insulated, and I can't say it's off-grid either because I've got a extension cord running out here so that the party lights can be on. But experiment number one is going to be making one of these shortening candles by taking a regular candle, cutting it down so it's not that much higher than the shortening here, and pretty much stuffing them down. I'm going to try to do 3 of them in this so that they are going to be in that shortening. And I'm going to be placing this on a big tile in here. And so the shortening, apparently, like this guy Bob Wells off of cheaprvliving.com did a really great job putting a video together on these and heating a small space. And again, this is an experiment tonight on how to heat my ice house as soon as I get it out there. But we're kind of dealing with. I got cut off there. We are dealing with some warmer temperatures, although it's beautiful out right now. It is snowing. I'm not sure that you can actually see it falling, but it is just a gorgeous day. Gonna be cold tonight. Not brutally cold, but like in the 20s, so not too bad for camping out anyways. But I'm gonna be putting up a thermometer just outside my window, and then okay, I'm letting that one start up while I take these other 2 candles and get them cut. First, I got to set up the thermometers so that our experiment can begin. And yeah, that one will take a little bit to go down, and believe it or not, it'll actually start adding just a little bit of warmth in this little cabin. All right, the experiment is going. We've got all 3 candles in this can of jar of Crisco going. I'm going to start the heater over here with 3 tea lights, and just to get this going. Nope. Rework this. And there we go. So what we have here is a piece of ceramic tile. It's a big one. It's like, I don't know, maybe at least 13 by 13 or something like that. A couple of fire bricks on each side, and then a small clay pot to give us a little warmth. Now, just with having the 1 candle in this thing going here for the last like 15 minutes or so, we've gotten the inside of this place up to, and we get a little glare, just under 40. Outside is still just barely above 30 degrees, if that's kind of freezing, precipitating. It's snowing and icing. So we'll take a look back in a few and see how it's doing. All right, checking in after about an hour. The Crisco candle, not sure if you can actually see that, is doing really well. The candle's burned down to the level and they're doing all right. I just redid one of the candles. This is actually very warm, but not quite burn yourself warm. Definitely putting off heat. It's gotten up to almost 40, but I feel like it wasn't that much lower. So I did go out and I picked up my little Mr. Heater propane heater that I usually use in the ice house. I'm kind of thinking that this building might just be too large. I'm gonna give it an hour. I got these things going and had to run back to the house for a few things. So being 12 feet long, 8 feet wide, and having a bunch of cracks in the windows and everything and not really insulated at all, probably keeping this thing a little cooler than the small area inside my ice house. But we'll keep it on here, see how it goes. Well, I decided to go ahead and fire up the propane heater. This is the little Mr. Heater that I usually use in the ice house. I think my verdict so far is that the candle idea, definitely putting out some heat, but for an area this size, not quite enough. But with that heater going for the last 20 minutes or so, it's got it up to about 50 degrees in here. I even just fired up the old jet boil to have a cup of cocoa while I enjoy my book out here and spend my night. So I'll check in and see if we can get any warmer than this. But so far, kind of liking the propane just to get things heated up to start with anyways. And just to have a glance around at this place, that like I said, it's actually my daughter's she shed. You can see the lights up there. There is no insulation, and it's actually a little bit larger than any ice fishing house that I've ever been in. So that could have a lot to do with trying to keep a place like this warm. It's actually more the size of a tiny house. We had done some nice windows and window treatments here made out of sticks, as you can see. Pretty neat little structure. If anybody's interested in more in it, I can give a better tour of the outside and how I built the structure underneath. But yeah, anyway, we'll see how the night goes. So a little bit more time has gone by, and we're up, let's just say 55-ish. But I gotta tell you, I realized my daughter had installed LED lights in here, and I don't know, this is a really cool space. It's a little bit of a mess because I've got a mountain bike stuffed in the corner and a couple of beanbag chairs stacked up over here, but I think I'm kind of becoming inspired possibly to build a little wood stove and kind of set this place up a little bit more comfortable. It's a nice little retreat actually out here. I never put too much thought to. So let me know if you're interested in that at all. And I know this video is a little bit random, but please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate the help. And we'll come back to you in the morning and see how we did here. See if we ran out of propane and the candles, how they held up. Anyways, good night. It is the next morning, and in all honesty, I had to shuffle out of there early this morning to go in and get the fire going in the house. But I had kind of a final verdict of this little house. Well, the heating systems I was testing. Gosh, is it beautiful this morning with all this snow. And the final verdict is this. The candle that I was working on, and let's just see, temperature, high 20s. Let's see if I can turn some of these lights on in here. So I had to have the propane heater on to keep this place comfortable. And frankly, I didn't have enough propane, and there's always that slight concern of carbon monoxide, issues if you're trying to do that for too long in a space that, isn't really designed for it. So this candle, it produced quite a bit of heat, and you can see it's lasted many, many hours. They're supposed to last like upwards of like 72 hours, so that's pretty impressive. I think it's going to work very well in my ice fishing house, but spending most of the night out here, well, the cold night out here, has inspired me to maybe think about installing a little wood stove, maybe some insulation out here. There's a beautiful little quiet spot out here to do some reading, that's for sure. But other than that, the space seemed to be a little bit too large for that candle to keep it warm and comfortable. So anyways, experiment. Candle lasts a long time. Propane so much better, but the safety issues with that obviously. But yeah, we're gonna keep on doing some things around here, and I appreciate everybody joining me for this little experiment, and I'll be seeing you soon. All right, everybody, keep outside if you can, keep your hands dirty, and I'll be seeing you next time.